There is two museums. Both of them are real Lenin hideouts. Placed there Vladimir Lenin in 1917, before October Revolution, but after February Revolution. In the period there was a so-called provisional government. He hid from persecution of this government. And first is so-called Sarai in Russian, in English Shed Museum, which is under now from 1970 covered with big glass cube.
Но это меня не было. Даже осторожно, осторожно.
А, туда не летят?
Сюда только смотреть.
Ага.
Вот, посмотрите. Это
отсюда?
лестница. Вот на этом шаблаке находился Ленин несколько дней.
Понятно, понятно.
Да.
Ага.
Посмотреть. Но лучше видно с улицы.
Ага.
Is in Russian shalash, which is mean in English hut or branch shelter. In 7 kilometers from the first one, and shalash is a real place. There Lenin lived about 3 weeks in the summer of 1970. The question is what's happened. We tried what's happened in these places. We tried to answer in the part of our installation in this pavilion. We include in this old Soviet postcards with images of so-called Lenin sites, Lenin places, Lenin memorial places, but without explanation, without any labels. And after this, these images are turned into ordinary rural landscape, ordinary forest, ordinary logs, ordinary field. Recreate classic vitrinas from 1944 permanent exhibition, and but we include shifts as, for example, we recreate vitrinas, glass showcases, but we repeat it 3 times.
Natasha and Ilya are doing a very interesting conceptual context-responsive exhibitions, also looking at the certain mechanism of ritualization and the fate of revolutionary museums after the end of the ideology. So what happens when the ideology evaporates? What happens to these places? How do you exhibit? How do you continue to exhibit? And also looking back at the audience, which kind of behaviors were forged by so-called Lenin Green Study, which is basically a couple of trees, a meadow, and a small piece of wood, you know, and that was a place of cult, that was like an altar of ideology. So it's absolutely worthy to go on this trip with Ilya and Natasha Krajewskaya there. And as a part of the exhibition, we are also organizing 4 context-responsive lectures there, some kind of lectures, walking lectures connected with picnic by Ilya Budrayskis, by Alexandry Semyonov, by Ilya Orlov himself, and others.
Yeah. The yellow line nowadays the highway.